Okay, this is The Sleeping Princess. There was an Aztec princess. She was very beautiful, of course. And her father was a good man. And her father said to her, "You can marry anyone you want, but your husband must be an Aztec prince." Well, she looked at all the Aztec princes, but she didn't love any of them. Then one day, in town, her eyes caught sight of a prince from Tetlimecan. The Tetlimecans were enemies of the Aztecs at that time. This prince looked at her, she looked at him, and love at first sight. He went home, but he couldn't forget her. She went home, she couldn't forget him. He said a message to the king, through the king to her. The king didn't see the message. She received the message, "I want to meet you." And so they met. They met in the garden, and they really fell in love then. They saw each other some more times too, secretly. Then the prince sent a message to the Aztec king saying, "I love your daughter and I want to marry her. We love each other." So he questioned his daughter, "Have you seen this man? Have you been with this man?" "Yes, I have. I love him and I want to marry him." "Never." So he locks up his daughter and refuses to let them see each other. But there are some very odd things about this story. One is that the servants repeatedly help the princess to meet the prince secretly. And he comes many times, and they meet many times. But gradually the king found out about these trysts, or these rendezvous, these meetings, and decided he must stop this. So he sent a message to the prince saying, "Okay, we Aztecs are having wars with somebody. If you join me in this war and help me against them, I will let you marry my daughter." So the prince and his army came, they joined together, but when the battle was beginning, the Aztecs withdrew, leaving all the fighting to be done by the Tetlimecans. The Aztec king assumed that the prince and the Tetlimecans would be killed. But they weren't. They were strong, and in fact, they won the battle. So look what's happening to the father king. What a good man he was, and what is becoming of him. Low treachery like that, all for these notions that we have about people marrying other people or something. Though it is very odd that the princess can't love an Aztec prince and can only love the enemy of her father. It's a little similar to Othello, when Desdemona must have Othello, the 45-year-old black man, instead of the handsome young Venetians. Very similar. That's a point in the story too that people will ignore but shouldn't. Back to our story. So, the prince disguises himself as a farmer, as a peasant, sneaks in to see his daughter, the servants helping again, and they elope, they run away. And they think, maybe after we're married, my father will forgive us and we can be together the way we should be. But the father never forgave his daughter. And so the young couple went to live far away in some village. And they lived there for some years together, happy, they loved each other. But then the health of the girl, the princess girl, was failing. And a mountain god came to them and said, "Today you will die, tonight you will die. But we have decided that you're not really going to die. You and your husband will go to those two volcanoes. One of you, the princess, will stand on the northern volcano, husband on the south. And then you will enter these volcanoes, but one day you will come back to help your country defeat some enemy that appears. This is similar to King Arthur, and Arthur is never dying in Arthurian legend, but coming back when Britain needs him. Anyway, and so they disappeared into those volcanoes. There's snow on the volcanoes, but at the very top of the volcano it's hot, where they still have feel their love, and they're not dead.